Shalom. Kolahoy Yahaba Shimi Shaba Shem Kakadash. Have honors to the apostle and elders, a great millstone, with no respect to the brothers teaching and preaching the truth all over the globe worldwide. Just coming back at you again with another lesson through the power and spirit Yahaba Shimi Shah. And just want to touch on the subject of the Hebrew Israelites that are waking up across the world. You starting to see a very big wave of that's going on throughout the earth. And why is that? Because first and foremost, that's part of biblical prophecy, that our people, in the land of our captivity, that we're going to remember ourselves. To start this scripture off, we're going to go to Baruch chapter 2. That spirit just turned right to Baruch chapter 2. We're going to go ahead and start at Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. It reads, I'm going to start at 29, for that. It reads, if you would not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I scattered them. And we know that's part of the curse because we broke the first covenant of Yahweh Shem Shah. And it caused us to be scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. As you can read that through the Romans chapter 28. Roughly, I believe, verse 64. Let's just get it. You know what I'm saying? Because the curse is, that's part of the curse. When we broke the covenant, first covenant with the Most High Yahweh. And part of the curse that we were going to be scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. You know what I'm saying? And we just going to go ahead and get it. It's Deuteronomy 28:64, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because, this didn't need to be brought out because scattering is a curse. This is Deuteronomy 28:64. It reads, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth to the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers had known, even wood and stone. They're talking about the Christianity crossing in that cobblestone, Muslim, and there's different type of gods that you can put in there too. You got Scientology, you got being an atheist, so on and so forth. There's many gods out there. But, nevertheless, we follow the heathen custom because, we disobeyed the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah. You can also read in Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4, which I'm going to go ahead and get that now. You know what I'm saying? Because, Scripture said that we're going to be scattered, throughout, we're going to discontinue from our heritage, man. And this is Jeremiah 17:4. It said, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Meaning that, we're going to be on the curse for a period of time. We're going to discontinue from our heritage for a short period of time because we broke the law. So like we broke the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah. And that's the reason why we're under the curses now, and that's the reason why we're serving our enemies now. Because Scripture also said in Deuteronomy chapter 28 that we were going to go to our enemies for one of all things. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might ask the question, okay, what's that have to do with, the Israelite waking up across the world? But you understand that at one point in time, we knew who we were. You know what I'm saying? Long we kept the law, statutes, commandments for Yahweh Shem Shah, we knew who we were. We knew what type of royal people we were. But, since we followed the customs of these other nations, it caused us to fall off, man. It caused us to be discontinued from our heritage. And also, we had our people, they didn't want to listen to the prophets, to the men of the Lord to repent and come back. And that's the reason why we are in the condition that we're in now. Even 2/3 of our people gave up Yahweh Shah. And it said, let blood be upon us and our children. And that's a work mistake that they made. And now Yahweh Shema Shah requiring that blood, man. You know, that every white see a lot of the 2/3 are catching it, man. They catching hell because of what they did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Understand the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? We're scattered throughout the four corners of the globe, man. And when Yahushua comes back, you know, according to Matthew chapter 24, I believe rough around verse 30, you know what I'm saying? He's going to come back, he got in the elect of Israel. Because Romans 9:6 said, even though that the word Yahweh had, word Yahweh taking effect, you know what I'm saying? It said not all the Israel that are of Israel, even though that the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, they wicked Israelites on this side. And the Most High is going to have to destroy them and they'll be reborn back righteous in the kingdom. But let's just continue on with the scripture. It said, for I knew that thou would not hear me, because it's a stiff-necked people. But not 2/3 of Israel are stiff-necked people. We start telling them through the scriptures that we are the chosen people, Yahweh Shema Shah, what they do. You know, they hard in this. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's in I will say Zechariah 7:6. They will not hear. They hearken. They pull away the shoulder, something to that effect. I'm saying because our people are very stiff-necked people. They won't listen to the prophet. They won't listen to the men of the Lord. They won't listen to the words of Yahweh Shema Shah, because they believe that they're blind. They believe they thugs. They believe they're a nigger, and so on and so forth. Which the word nigger means dark skin anyway. We are dark-skinned people. We're not black. We're different shades of brown. And Israelites are scattered among all the nations anyway, because Scripture said that the Most High heritage is a speckled bird, you know, roughly paraphrased. You know what I'm saying? We're different types of brown. We're different types of shade. You know what I'm saying? And we're amongst all different nations, man. But let's just continue on. It said, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And how do you remember ourselves? Through the Spirit Yahweh Shema Shah, because like Jeremiah 17:4 said, that we were going to be discontinued from our heritage. But you know what I'm saying? But Revelation 11:11, which I may get in a little bit, that, you know, Yah had to put his spirit back upon the prophet, man. The true man of the Lord to be woken up. You know, as reading Ezekiel chapter 37, you know, the valley of them dry bones that are Israelite that were spiritually in a dead state, man. You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh, I may get that, but you know what I'm saying? We just gonna flow with the spirit right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, that's a key understanding that our people are waking up throughout the four corners of the globe, man. And they, in the land they captivity is reading Baruch 2:30, they remember themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Mainly the elect of Israel, you know what I'm saying? They remember themselves, they remember who they are, man. You know, at one point in time, you know what I'm saying, we took up on the names of nigger and African American and colored and you know, and black. You know, you still got some Israelites that taking them names, but you know, yeah, well, some of Israel that are waking up and they coming back to their heritage. And that's what our enemies don't want. Our enemies don't want us to come back to our heritage, because they know if we come back to our heritage, we start serving our power. They know it's going to be the end of them, man. They know it's going to be the end of their rulership. You know, especially Esau, he knows it's going to be the end of his rulership. And these other nations know that they're going to have to go back into a servitude state. You know what I'm saying? Which they were already in the servitude state on Esau anyway, but they're going to continue being in the servitude state on the Jake. But, you know, a difference between the heathen nation and Esau, the heathen nation going to be glad to go back into a servitude state, because it's going to be more peaceful to them than it was when they were serving Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And these devils know that, man. That's the reason why they mad and upset, because we're waking up. And then remembering ourselves in the land of our captivity. You know what I'm saying? Because why? The Spirit Yahweh Shema Shah was placed upon the prophets. And when we heard the word of Yahweh Shema Shah, you know what I'm saying? Mohai put his spirit upon us to wake up, man. To come back to who we were. Yeah, you're going to have some Israelites know that they're Israelites, but you know what I'm saying? They're not going to follow Yahweh Shema Shah. with their whole heart, man. They're gonna know who they are just to be destroyed, because a lot of them not gonna repent and turn back to their power. You know what I'm saying? Because first and foremost is the will Yahweh Shemi Shai anyway, that they're not chosen. You know what I'm saying? They're not of the elect. But nevertheless, this is Baruch 2:31. And shall know that I am Yahweh their power. I am the Lord their God. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon and think upon my name. And that's what we do when the men of the Lord are on the highways, byways teaching and edifying the sheep. You know what I'm saying? We praising the Most High Yahweh Shem and Hashah in the land of our captivity by going out and doing the work, man, by praising His name for waking us up, because He didn't have to wake us up, man. It's over 7 billion people in the world, man. He could have woke up anybody, man. You can woke up anybody, but you know what I'm saying, you're blessed to be woken up in such a time as this. You know what I'm saying? And also that we start to know what our enemy doing. We start to understand what's going on. And that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that Joel chapter 2, I believe rough around verse 32, he said He's gonna pour out His spirit upon all flesh. You know what I'm saying? Roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? You got prophets that see dreams about the kingdom, man. And you even had prophets that had dreams about you know what I'm saying, about Jacob's trouble, so on and so forth. And you had prophets have dreams about chariots, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe I had dreams about chariots, a while back, but you know what I'm saying, nevertheless, we'll begin to remember ourselves in the land of our captivity. You know what I'm saying? We praise in the name of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. We're not calling, for those who are in the truth, man, we're not calling upon God and Jesus and Yah and Yeshua. We're calling upon the true names of the Heavenly Father and Son, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? That's the name that we call upon, name of our power. And this is Baruch chapter 2, verse 33. And it reads, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers we stand before the Lord, and we remember the ways of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, and we know through the scripture that our forefathers, broke the first covenant of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? And we starting to wake up, and we starting to come back to our power, man. We starting to come back to know who we are. And like I said, our enemies, they hate that because they know it's going to be the end of them taking advantage of us. That's the reason why they don't want us to wake up. They don't want us to have that spirit from Yahweh Shem Al Shai to be poured back upon us, man. Because they don't want the prophecy of Ezekiel chapter 37 to come to pass, man. About, the Sinu joined upon Sinu, and, the bones are connecting back together. That is Israel waking up from that dead state, from that dead spiritual state, and they start to remember themselves. And we're gonna go to Revelation 11:11. It reads, now we're gonna start at 9. Revelation 11:9. And it reads, and they the people, kindred, and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead body be put in graves. That's 350 years, man. And when our people, was in a dead state, man. You know what I'm saying? They was in a very dead state. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually in a dead state, because we like Jeremiah 17:4 told us, and we just read it earlier, that we're gonna be discontinued from our heritage. And the nation knew who we were, and they seen us in that dead state. And the nation refused to tell us who we were, because all the nations, they're together with Esau, Edom, as you can read that in Psalms chapter 83, verse 1 through 9. Goes into how they want to cut out, or the name of Israel to be cut off, man. and be no more remembrance, roughly paraphrase. And they see that who we were, and they knew who we were. But, according to the scripture, that we were going to be called all types of bywords, man. We got called niggers and coons and sambos and African American and colored, and so on and so forth, man. Why? Because they, these nations, they want us to continue to be in that dead state. Because, like I said, because they know once we wake up, they know that's going to be them taking advantage of us, and they're going to be in bondage under Israel, man. And at one point in time, that Israel did rule for a period of 1,000 years, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's before, the Edomites came back into power and took us down, man. You know what I'm saying? And, even though that our people wicked during that time, but, our people, our forefathers ended up taking down Rome, man. And they ruled it for a period of 1,000 years, which is called the Dark Ages. And then, after that 1,000-year period, then Esau came back into power. You know what I'm saying? They took down our people, man. And then they've been in power ever since. This is Revelation 11 and 10. And saying, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets torment them that dwell on the earth. And it reads, after 3 days, in 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And the reason why you see that great fear, not because our people are waking up, and our people are returning back to their power, and now they start to see the prophecies that the men of the Lord be on the highway, byway, teaching, prophesying. Now they start to see that it come to pass. The microchip, which is, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. They start to see that come to pass. They starting to see a lot of things that the men of the Lord had been on the highway, byway, prophesying. They seeing a lot of it coming to pass now. And now they're in the state of they trying to figure out what to do now, because they never thought in a million years, they never thought in a period of time that our people were going to know who they were. You know what I'm saying? Even you got the celebrities that are waking up, man. Even celebrities not acknowledging that we're Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? But we know that the celebrities already been knew that. You know what I'm saying? But it took the men of the Lord to bring it out, man. And now all of a sudden you got all these celebrities that are waking up and saying that we're the chosen people of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah. And a lot of celebrities doing that because they know they prestige in all the mirth and all stuff that they normally did to make the millions upon millions of dollars. They know that they're gone now. You know what I'm saying? That they know Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah is taking the mirth out of this space. And guess what? Now they want to acknowledge that we're Israelites, even though they already knew, but they got paid off. You know what I'm saying? Not to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew who we were. You know what I'm saying? They knew exactly who we were. And these other nations, they're afraid because they know it's going to be the end of them. And they know that we're going to be back on top. We're going to be ruling over them. And they know that the same people, the ones that they oppressed and had at the bottom, and they had at the bottom, and you know what I'm saying, and label them as 3/5 of a human being according to their constitution. It's going to be the same Black, Latino, Native Americans. It's going to be ruling over them in the kingdom, point blank period, man. That's the reason why these devils are mad and upset, because they know it's the end of their rulership. Because Scripture said they believe in their heart their house shall continue forever, man. And that's what they truly believe. And they weren't banking on that our people waking up. They're banking on, you know what I'm saying, using entertainment. They're using, mirth, to keep our people in a dead state. But it's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah that woke us up and that brought us out of that dead state, especially in Christianity, man. Because Christianity is one hell of a drug, man. because there was a lot of our people that woke up from Christianity. You know, I'm being one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Woken up from Christianity and never looked back ever since, man. Never looked back. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It was the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah that did that. It wasn't nothing special that I did. You know, I didn't do anything special to be woken up. It was the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. And I praise and glory and honor due unto Yahweh Shem Shah for that. And we got a lot of our people that are waking up, they're coming back to their power, they're repenting, you know what I'm saying? But we know on the elect of Israel is gonna be delivered up out of this. You know, that says that in the next verse, Revelation 11 and 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascend up to heaven in a cloud, which is a chariot, and their enemies beheld them. And they're talking about when Yahweh shall return, man. You know what I'm saying? And the elect of Israel that's been chosen from the foundation of the world, you know, is going to be beamed up into them chariots, man. You know, they're going to be told to come up here, and they're going to be beamed up in them chariots. And the enemy is going to behead them. They're going to be in fear because Revelation 1:7 said that every eye is going to see him, and they that pierced him. You know, you're going to have the Romans that pierced them. They back in this day and age, man. They gonna see the one that they pierced, man. They're gonna see it, in great fear gonna fall upon them, man, because they, you know what I'm saying, they never knew in that day that they gonna meet the jealousy being a Yahweh Shah, man. And it's gonna come back to their memory. You know what I'm saying? That they pierced the name of Yahweh Shem Shah. It's gonna come back to their memory, and they gonna, you know, and they're gonna be afraid, man. All the nation gonna be afraid because they know it's gonna be the end, man. When they see Yahweh Shah come back in the fullness of his glory, man. And along with the angelic host of angels, and they're really gonna be frightening them because they're gonna see that the elect men of Israel, the one that they were talking shit to, the ones that they was talking nonsense to, the ones that were saying that they were crazy and all this stuff, and they stood up boldly for the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, gonna be beamed up in them chariots. They're gonna be left here. Because you can read that Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1 through roughly verse 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? That goes into that. But you know, nevertheless, you know, you're seeing our people waking up in huge numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? They starting to come back. You know, they know who they are, man. And that's what got these devils bad and upset, and that what got these devils afraid, because they never banked on the fact of the matter that our people going to wake up and our people going to come back to their power, man. And now they starting to see the end of their rulership. You know what I'm saying? He started seeing the end of rulership, and now he's doing everything that he possibly could think of to try to keep his rulership, man. But whatever he does, it's not going to work, man. It's going to fail in the end, because Job 14:5 say, you know, his days are determined. He put a bound that he can't pass, you know, roughly paraphrasing. And the devil is going to come down with great wrath. He's going to come down with the sword, because he's seeing that his lies is being exposed. He's seeing that Israel waking up. He's seeing that even these celebrities starting to recognize that they're Israelites. And he's seeing that his kingdom is falling before his very eyes. So what's the last resort he's going to do? He's going to come down with great wrath. He's going to come down with that sword. He's going to come down with great wrath, man, because he knows he only has a short time. And with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Shem Shah, Shem Kakadash, double honors to the apostle, elder, great millstone. Shalom.